Today we're breaking down the top 5 best mid-ranges for beginners.
All right, say it one more time.
Okay. Woo. Today we're breaking down the top 5 best mid-ranges for disc golfers. Not for disc golfers, for beginners. Today we're breaking down the top 5 best disc golf. All right, today we're breaking down the top 5 best mid-ranges for beginners. Let's do it. All right, first, some honorable mentions. We have the ThoughtSpace Pathfinder, a really sweet run, actually. This was a pre-release that Luke got in a player's pack back in Maine. Shout out. We have the Mint Discs Lobster, really understable mid, very underrated mid as well. This is a great one. And then the ever popular Axiom Hex. This is the Stay Swanky run. Awesome disc for beginners all the way up to your pros. So those are the honorable mentions that received votes but did not make our top 5. So we polled our subscribers and they gave us what they thought were the top 5 best mid-ranges for beginners. And if you guys want to be a part of these polls in the future, you make sure you're subscribed to the channel and turn notifications on so that when we post, you see it and you can make your voice heard in these videos. All right, coming in at number 5 is actually an old faithful in the disc golf community. It is the Innova Shark, receiving just 6% of the vote, but got a lot of comments in the early polling stage. And this is a great disc. That people sleep on this disc because it comes in the ever popular Innova starter kit that'll come with a putter and a driver as well. But the Shark in DX plastic is one of the most popular discs ever because of that starter pack. And it's got a surprising amount of flexibility and life to it. Also, the accessibility of the Shark cannot be overstated. It is just widely available and super cheap, which makes it a great option for beginners. The 4402 numbers are kind of an exaggeration, especially in DX plastic. It's definitely going to fly flippier than that, which is great for beginners. They can learn how to throw a mid-range straight with this disc. The only downside is that it's not going to last very long in this plastic. If you do like the Shark, consider upgrading to that Champion run. But yeah, 6% of the vote, that's number 5, the Shark. All right, coming in at number 4 with 17% of the vote is the Latitude 64 Fuse. Now, this was a big leap from 6% when the Shark. A lot of people are die-hard Fuse fans, and for good reason, because this is the first mid-range on the list that is really good for beginners all the way up to pros. You've got pros throwing the Fuse. I mean, this is a Johnny McRae signature series. You've got a lot of pros really utilizing the straight glide of this disc. The numbers are 5, 6, -1, 0, which makes it great for hyzer flips and for beginners just learning that throwing a backhand can make a disc go right and not left for that right hand backhand shot. It feels great in the hand. It's got the bead, which makes it really comfortable, a little bit more comfortable than a beadless mid for a lot of people's hands. So just finding that hand feel for a beginner is super important. So yeah, number 4, the Fuse. Coming in at number 3 with 22% of the vote is the Discmania Origin from their Evolution line, and it fits a great spot in anyone's lineup. If you are a thrower of the Fuse, this is going to be a little bit more overstable. The 5, 5, -1, 1 on the numbers suggests just a slightly more overstable flight, and this one will beat in really nicely as well. It's a totally different hand feel from the Fuse though. No bead on this one, and just a lot thinner a profile. So again, if you're searching for that hand feel, the Origin's a great option. There's not a ton of different plastics for this one. It does have some base plastic, and it comes in this base Evolution Neo plastic that is great. Gives you definitely options, maybe not quite as accessible as like the Shark per se, a little bit more expensive. But if you're really getting into the game as a beginner, the Origin is one, again, that will last you from beginner all the way up to when you are getting to be MA1 player and beyond. This is gonna be a great disc for your bag. So yeah, that's number 3, the Discmania Origin. All right, we're getting down to our last 2. Coming in at number 2 with 27% of the vote is the Innova Mako 3. Now, this is a long time recommended disc for beginners. People have been recommending the Mako 3 for beginners since it came out. The numbers are 5, 5, 0, 0, which make it a no-brainer to suggest to a beginner with such a neutral flight. that, I mean, anybody can pick this up and get a realistic flight out of it first throw. They do come in several different plastics, but you're mostly going to find it in Champion and Star. The Mako 3 definitely flies a little bit more understable than the numbers would suggest, which is great, again, for beginners. Getting that realistic turn on a disc for the first time. Again, this feels just incredible in the hand. Super rounded edge, almost feels just like a fast putter, which is why it has seen so much success for so long. Seamless and shallow and easy to hold, easy to throw. And that is our number 2, the Innova Mako 3. If you guys want to be a part of these in the future, again, do not forget to go down there and hit the subscribe button if you are not already. When we hit 30,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away this Simon Lizotte grip bag filled with 25 discs. Going to be great for beginner, intermediate, or anybody who's looking for a sweet set of discs. So don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's jump into number 1. You knew it, the Discraft Buzz. Disc golf's most famous disc, disc golf's most highly recommended disc, one of the most workable discs in all of disc golf, and definitely the keystone of Discraft's lineup. It is on the more overstable side of the discs on this list. Definitely, I think, the most overstable disc on the list. But you can see why people would recommend it. It has just an infamously comfortable hand feel, and it's going to stay in your bag forever. A Buzz is never gonna leave your bag. You're always gonna have one. You're always gonna need that shot. And when you're a beginner, it's gonna do different things for you than when you are an intermediate or an advanced player. So it can sort of grow with you. It's not gonna be the same shot for you throughout its life, but definitely a disc that every disc golfer should have in their bag. All right, guys, so that's our top 5 mid-ranges for beginners. Let us know what you think. Let us know if we missed anything, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay swanky.